Hey guys, what's going on? Doing another video on AlgoPro. This seems to be one of the things that's taken up a lot of my time recently. I love the system. I love the indicator system. Just it's fantastic. It really is very, very high win rate, and the system really doesn't take much management at all, which is quite unusual. The other advantage that I really like is the fact that it's only 179.99 at the time of doing this video. Of course, that can change, and I suspect it might. So if you're thinking about jumping on this, I would think about getting in sooner rather than later because really this is a one-time fee, and I've seen similar systems go for 1,200, 1,500 bucks. So I definitely consider getting in on this early. I already saw them increase the price from $150 to $179.99. So definitely consider jumping in on this before, if this is something that you're considering. In the grand scheme of things, it's not much. It's maybe the profit from one trade on a smallish position size. So definitely worth checking out. If you have any doubts, just check in the description below. You'll find this article. It's my AlgoPro review article from a real subscriber. I really am a real subscriber to this. I'm not some paid shill. I do actually use it. I have several videos on my channel that showing real trades, real profits. And so what I'm trying to do is cater to everybody, and that can be hard at sometimes, right? You can try and get the people who want to see certain things. Um, Different videos show different things. Like here was a $3,000 trade I did. The thing that I've basically gravitated towards for people that are wondering what my strategy is basically version 1.2. So version 1.2, and just careful entries and exits, not getting too greedy, and just being very careful with it, and it's been fantastic. I don't think I've had any losing trades so far, and that's kind of what I've been hearing back from other people's feedback as well. So definitely check out the review. I'll leave a link in the description. You can see what I've already done, what sort of things I'm looking at. One of the things that I really like about the system is that you can look at basically different asset classes. So you can look at things like the indices, the forex, the futures, commodities, ETFs, like all this different stuff over all the different time frames from 1 minute to weekly charts, and it's really nice to be able to have all that in one solid package. So I'm excited about it. I would definitely sign up. I'll put a direct link to sign up. It's my referral link that'll take you to the AlgoPro page, and you get the best possible price at the time to join as well. I'm in the Discord that the comes with this, so you get Discord, and I'm open for questions, and any help I can give is something that I'm happy to do. So a quick look at some of the recent trades. This is version 1.2, and so this is IWM, the Russell Index. It's a small cap index. This is a little bit worrying in some ways, as we had a sell signal on the 4-hour chart on Thursday, and you can see that we've really worked our way down. And I really like these levels, so that we have the stop loss, so you can define that, and your entry level, and then your take profit levels down here. One thing I was showing people is if you don't like that, if you think that's too risky, say you don't want to risk a move all the way up to here, which on certain options contracts, if you're trading options on these, could be a 25, 35, 40% loss for all we know. So you might want to dial that in a little bit. I have mine set to 3. Doesn't mean it's the best. If I close this, you'll see the lines narrow. Sorry, that's going the other way. So you'll see them getting bigger. So that way I'm looking for more profit, but I'm okay taking more loss in the process. If you go the other way, try and go down a bit like that, you'll see they narrow in, so you could stop out a lot sooner, which is good and bad, right? You might miss, and then this is why some people have different opinions and experiences with alert services and these types of indicator programs. Is if I was to narrow this in way too much, I could easily stop out on that first little move, right? So think if I put it down to 1, let's see what would happen. Yeah, so I'd take the sell signal and then immediately stop out, and then it would run all day, all the way down here, past all my profits. So that's where part of the refinement process comes into play, I think. And that can make the difference between you loving the system or you maybe not loving it quite so much. Like, it would be a little bit silly for me to put this up to like 10 or something like that. Let's just do it for a laugh. So, like, this would be on 10. And so you'd see you'd have to wait just for the first profit to get to here. So I've taken any profit target off the table. Of course, you can overrule this. This is just a guideline. This is something to help with the true dynamic range for these systems. Overall, in IWM on the 4 hour, you can see we have a 1 hour sell signal here. For 4 hours, remember these are 4 hour candles, so this is a long downtrend. That worked pretty nicely. The buy signal failed miserably. It wouldn't have been a big loss though. Not really at all. Just kind of look back, really nice big signal. Somebody always asks me, do these repaint? Is this something that goes back and you just add them in, like to pretend that would be a winning trade? That's nonsense. I'm planning to do some live trading in the future. I've done that with other systems like Lux Algo to show that these signals like appear and they don't disappear and then repaint in order to make it look like it's profitable when you back scroll like this. So sometimes I forget people are quite cynical and they think that that's maybe what's happening here. But you can see here like another sell signal. This is a nice swing trade all the way down. IWM, another buy signal. So you can see you win more often than you lose here, right? Lovely uptrend here. There's a nice downtrend. Buy signals. Now remember, in a down market, the buy signals are going to be a bit less trustworthy than the down signals. So you got to kind of bear that in mind. Take a little bit of extra thing. I'm not a huge proponent of adding on all these EMAs and all this extra stuff. I feel like the whole idea of buying an indicator system like this, it combines all of these things into one so that you don't have to clutter your chart with all these different like technical indicators, right? So it's already doing it for you. Look at that, this nice win. So you can make some money on IWM on 4 hours, that's for sure. I'm sure you can do it on different time frames as well, like the daily. Anyway, I wanted to talk more about gold. So for some reason, I don't know why gold is so appealing to people. It's not something I really trade, but people were asking about gold. And so let's have a look at the gold ETF, the main one, which is GLD. So maybe they're just really into gold and they want to know, like, can they use the system here to trade the. Let me get rid of this silly thing we have here. So let's put it down to like 2 or 3. There we go, normal level. Right, so maybe there are people that are just like, hey, I only trade gold, I only trade SPX. Like I need to see, like, is this a program that will work for me? And what's interesting here is you can see just on the daily, I'll do different time frames for you. We had, even though the market's been tanking, gold's actually taken a nice run, and it was signaled by the algorithm pretty nicely right here. The sell signal would taken a while to work down, but it also worked really nicely. Buy signal, really nice. Sell signal, probably break even by the time it kind of comes back up and stops out. So nothing to worry about too much here. This one would be beautiful, nice long run here. Remember, this is on the daily, so we're talking weeks here. Like, this is really nice. So this is for swing trading gold, the main gold ETF GLD. Short sell, slight buy, which probably ended up as probably a small loss. But you can see that the losses are much smaller than the wins, right? Look at this long win here, long win here. Just going through it. So yeah, so that's on the daily. I'm assuming that maybe the person wants to do like a day trade thing. So let's have a look on the early chart right here. Just kind of scroll back to the start. So you can see, look at this, just beautiful. Like the market was dying. People trading gold with AlgoPro on the 1 hour. Boom, all the way up here, way past all our profit potential. You can see this nice sweep, which people like the visual of this. This visual change in momentum. And so you can see it happen again. Sell signal here, sweep down to the downside. Beautiful. Buy signal again. That would be pretty miserable. Not that it's a huge failure, you just buy here, but by the time you get to here, you're going to be about break even. So there's nothing magical about this system. There's going to be great runs and medium runs and bad runs. The sell signal would have got some profits all the way down. Buy signal, some profits all the way up. So sell signal right here. Again, you're starting to see that the buy signals are definitely fake outs on these things. And that's something that you can adjust to just a little bit if we're in the trend. You maybe start ignoring or maybe putting less capital into the trend, the anti-trend trades, right? So if your market's in a strong downtrend and you get an uptrend, if you want to take it because they seem to work, go smaller. Like it's just position smaller so that when you take this break even or even a small loss, it's almost insignificant, you know. Whereas when you go in with the sell, you have this huge win all the way down here. So here's some more signals, kind of choppy a little bit. Some decent signals, some not so great. Hopefully this is helpful. Let's go to crackhead day trading level. So let's go to the 3 minutes. Sometimes the 3 is the best, sometimes the 5. Just have a look at what gold actually does. Wow. 3 minutes straight up as we'd expect. Anybody doing that, fantastic. Again, sell signal worked well. Buy signal worked well. Sell signal worked well. A little bit chop here where who knows what would have really happened. It's kind of crazy. Got to put up with some of those. Nice buy signal again. This comes to risk management. If you take off on the first profit target, at least half of it, and have like a trailing stop of some sort, you'd be happy with this move, even though it's not a particularly good one. This one, not really much. I mean, you could have got this dip all the way down to here. I've been pretty happy, so pretty good. Sell signal, kind of weak. Buy signal, pretty strong. Really strong buy signal here. Really nice. So yeah, you can see, there we go, all the way down on the sell signal. This is miserable. Pretty much break even. So, nice sell signal here, a bit choppy. But you'd have definitely gotten price targets as you go down, so really good. Really nice upsell, I'm guessing right here. Not upsell, up signal. Boom, look at this. So my conclusion here is that if you use even just a modicum of common sense, trade management, and AlgoPro, gold is definitely a go on a 3 minute chart, so intraday, 1 hour swing trading, and even daily trades for longer periods of time. Hopefully for the person that requested that it'll be useful. I think it's something that people don't realize, some of the stuff they can do in here, like forex and commodities and all sorts of stuff. So definitely worth a shot. Alright guys, hopefully that's helpful, and I'll talk to you soon.